Alright, we're going to go 201 on this one. This is going to be creating a module and then inserting it into an article. Alright, so we're going to go to the back end here. We're going to go to the module manager. Alright, and we're going to create a new custom HTML module. Alright, and so what we're going to do is, for now we're going to do a page full of YouTube videos. Alright, so what I'm going to do is grab the embed code here for the video, and we have to do a little bit of tricky. There we go. Joomla will not take an iframe without actually manipulating the database because it considers an iframe a security risk, which theoretically it is, so we want to use the object embed code. So you drop down here, use the old one. Alright, so we're going to use 420 by 315. That's a pretty good size for to embed in a page, and we can change that size later with the code. Alright, so we're going to go back to the back end, and we're going to bring up the HTML editor, paste the code in, update. Okay, so we're going to call this Joomla instructional. Alright, we don't need to show the title, and we need to make sure it's enabled. Now this is the real trick for embedding modules into inside articles. Alright, so we're going to create a new one, a new position here, and we'll call this YouTube. Alright, so make sure, yep. Alright, so we hit save. Let me come back over to content, article manager, and we're going to load that module into an article called YouTube instructionals. Alright, I'm going to give 2 curly braces, and the first command is load position space and then this position that you called it. So our module position that we created was called YouTube, so it's load position YouTube inside your curly braces. Alright, so we click save there. Alright, and now we're going to add it to the menu, and we'll go new articles, standard article layout. We're going to come over here and pick the article, and we'll call it instructionals. Let's call it tutorials. Alright, and it's going to be in the top menu, so it'll show up right past the Friends of the Honey. Click save. Go to Hunley's, refresh. There's our new tutorials link. And there's our YouTube. So we can play in inline, or we can go full screen with it. Okay. If we want to go in and edit the code, we go back to the module manager, say we want to change the size on it a little bit. Even though it's going to throw the aspect ratio off a little bit, we can make it a little wider or taller to make it fit. We look at the code. Alright, so here's your width and here's your height. So if you want to change either of those values, that's what you would do. Now we could also say we wanted to put 2 of them together. Alright, so we'll create a table, table row, table data, 1 table with 2 rows. So we close the table data, close the table row, and we close the table. Alright, so now we've got one piece of data, one piece of table data there. Copy that, and we create a second one in the row, so they should show up next to each other. Click apply. Go back and Alright, we've actually got modules on the side here, so what we can do, just to show you how this works, we will turn off the two modules on the right column. Oops. We'll just disable them for now. Then we'll pop them right back up. Alright, so we disable the address and the specials. Come back here and refresh. There we go, fits a little nicer. Alright, so now if you wanted to expand each of those a little bit to make them fit within the standard size, you could say 460 on each of them. Update, apply, and refresh. And it'll spread things out a little bit. A little too far. So, but you get the idea. Basically, we want to fit that together. So, drop this down to 445. 445. Update, apply. Refresh. There we go. And that's how you load modules into articles. So, and look for this as 201 module loading. And thanks for watching.